No idea what is going on with my hair today. It looks like a hot fucking mess, but who cares because we're about to start out with some Bareminerals Prime Time. Pat it all over your face and blend it out kind of like a lotion so that your foundation goes on really smooth. We're using Urban Decay's Naked Skin Foundation today. I warm up my foundation on the back of my hand before putting it all over my face in little dots. We're going to use the Bareminerals Foundation Buffing Brush. I love using this before using a Beauty Blender. It's a great tool and it's perfect for foundation application and blending. Remember to buff it in circular motions. Anything you can't buff out with your brush, you're going to want to pick up your BeautyBlender and tap it all over your skin. Make strange faces at the camera and your makeup will be better. It's never a bad idea to use way too much foundation. And we gonna booty blend. New tattoo, new nails. Ooh! Now it is time to prime your eyes. This is Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion, by the way. Blend out your primer with a clean finger. And we're going to use M.A.C Painterly on an O.C.C concealer brush to base out our eyes. Get some white on your M.A.C 219 out of the LORAC Pro Palette and highlight the inner third of your eyelid and right under your brows. Now pick up your M.A.C 217 brush. This is like my favorite blending brush of all time, and then you're going to blend out the highlight that's under your brow bone and in your inner corners until it looks pretty natural. Lay the groundwork of your eye contour with a 219 brush and some taupe color from the LORAC Pro Palette before we go in and highlight our brows. We're using Kryolan TV Paint Stick and a concealer brush by O.C.C to highlight our eyes before shaping out our eye contour a little bit more. I'm weird, I like to kind of like alternate between these two so they turn out real nice. If you want to tone down your eye contour, just use a shade that is a little closer to your skin tone and blend it a little softer than I do in this video. My makeup style is pretty intense, so don't think that you have to go this hard on everything. But that don't mean I don't blend shit out. Keep adding product into your crease until you have the desired amount of darkness for your contour. And blend everything out. We're going to do our liner with a M.A.C 210 brush and some Bobbi Brown eyeliner in Caviar ink. Start by drawing out the wing and make sure that you follow the lower part of your lower waterline. I start with the wing and then move toward the center of my eye after drawing out a little map of the wing, but then I usually end up making the wing a bit bigger as I go on. After everything's all filled in, we're going to use some Kat Von D 5 Fearless Years limited edition tattoo liner. I fucking love this stuff. It's so black and it lasts for forever. Please go buy it. Kat Von D is awesome. I like to do little short strokes so that you can really get like a precision line, and keep doing that all over your eye until you have the perfect shape that you want. And as you can see, this is getting a lot bigger than it started out as. If you don't like how it curves in at the top, then you don't have to do that. You can just have it go straight out, but I like it like this because it makes it look a little thicker. Now we're getting on to the main part of the tutorial. We're going to do a double wing on your inner corner. Now start by lining that with your tattoo liner, and make sure that when you go in from the top waterline that you make sure that you don't connect it, because you want to leave some space in the middle for some white. Fill it all in so that you have a line that's of like a consistent thickness all the way through. Once you're done with the black, go in with a M.A.C liner brush and some O.C.C Vice, which is their true white, to fill in the in-between area to give it some negative space and really make it pop. We're going to do our waterline and make everything a little more bold with an O.C.C Cosmetic color pencil in Tard, which is their true black. I like to do a pretty heavy layer of eyeliner when I do my waterline. We're going to take some Kryolan in a shade that's about 2 shades lighter than my skin tone and an O.C.C concealer brush to highlight and conceal under my eyes. We're going to put this everywhere that we want to highlight. You'll get a nicer line from your eyeliner if you clean it up a little bit with your concealer. Bring your highlight up the side of your nose a little bit to make it really appear naturally skinny. If you have a large forehead, skip the highlight up there, it'll just make your face look more flat and weird. Bring some of the highlight down the bridge of your nose to make it appear more skinny. The chin and jaw highlighting is optional if you already have like a really chiseled jawline. I, however, do not, and will highlight that area. Now we're going to start beauty blending. We're going to take that beauty blender and tap it anywhere on our face that we need to blend stuff out, which is pretty much everywhere, but just tap it lightly. Make sure it's wet too, because the application will be a lot smoother if it's wet than if it's dry. Do your best to not touch your eye makeup with the beauty blender, because you will get black all over your face and it will be sad and you will have to start over and you will cry. Also, when you're blending your nose contour and highlight, whatever, you want to try to blend it you want to blend it as much as possible without moving the product down the bridges of your nose as much as possible, because then that'll kind of like ruin the effect of the highlight. Okay, we're done with the highlight. Let's do some contour. I took some Makeup Forever full coverage concealer. I can't remember what shade, on a beauty blender to do the sides of my nose and around my forehead and my cheeks. And sweep in some of that concealer on your cheekbones to contour it out, and then blend that out as much as you can. Now that everything is laid and blended, we're going to set it. We're going to use some M.A.C setting powder and put it on a beauty blender and press it into where the highlights are. Now, we're going to leave this on our face for a few minutes after we do this, and this process is called baking or cooking or whatever you want to call it. It's really good. It just helps the powder kind of warm up to your skin tone and makes it a lot easier to blend when you're ready. So just put this over all of your highlights and then let it sit for about 10 minutes. I know I'm real cute. While that's baking, it's a good time to do your eyebrows. I'm taking some DIPBROW pomade in the shade Soft Brown on a M.A.C eyebrow brush, and we're going to line our eyebrows. My eyebrows are a little bit short, so I like to draw them out a little bit. I feel like it complements my face a little bit better. Once they're all lined, we're going to take a ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Perfect Brow Pencil and fill them in. This part is like a coloring book. You want to really fill it in without going outside the lines, or you'll look like a fucking idiot. Now it's time to dust off the powder that we baked on. Get a tiny bit of powder on a big fluffy brush and blend it all out and kind of sweep it off your face. Now it's time to do our powder contour. We're going to use our Kat Von D Shade and Light palette on a M.A.C 109 brush and use a business card to get a really chiseled contour look. And we're going to put this anywhere that we put the cream contour. I know it looks like wicked harsh right now, but don't worry, it'll blend out and it'll look amazing. I blend out my contour with a Tarte pressed powder brush and then highlight my cheekbones a little bit with the Urban Decay illuminating powder. I don't know exactly what it's called, sorry. Now it's time for blush. I'm using M.A.C Loose Pigment on a big fluffy brush. It goes on really thick, but then it blends out really well. Now it's time to do lashes. I like to cut them in half before I put them on because you can kind of get a more customized look with half lashes. Now put them on the outside first and then move toward your inside with your second pair, or I guess the second half of your lashes, and it'll give you a really nice sweeped out effect. By the way, this is fucking impossible with long nails. Now blend your real lashes into the false lashes with mascara and cover up the line that you have from the glue with a little bit of liquid liner. Today I'm doing my lips with Kat Von D's Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Lolita. It's fucking beautiful. This is my absolute favorite lipstick to overdraw my lips with because it comes out so matte and so like dry that it just looks kind of like your lips are like that. So that's what I'm doing now. I hope you guys like the hair. It's definitely interesting.
I'm very stoked on it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun.
This is my hair. I don't wear wigs. This is my hair. This is my hair. This is my hair.